It was 10 years ago. My world changed completely when my wife told me that she was pregnant with our first child. We had been trying for several years, and it finally happened. We were so excited and so eager to start planning for this child from A to Z. And one thing that we were really concerned about, we really wanted to make our child have a special place to sleep, so we started planning to make our nursery. We didn't know if we were having a boy or a girl, so we found out that we were having a girl, and with tears of joy, we were just so excited. So we had all these questions popping in our head. Now, what color are we going to paint this room? We had went to several different paint shops, and there is so many different pinks, there's so many different whites, so many different tans. So we decided we would just stick with the tan color with the white trim. Also, all these thoughts that we had in our head about, we were wondering if this nursery was going to be something we were going to have to change, in a couple years or whatever. We just had a lot of worries, so we just put those thoughts aside and decided to make this an enjoyable experience. Preparing our baby's nursery was very exciting. This may not seem that important to some people now, but later down the road you might be faced with a neighbor or a friend, a sister, brother, someone might ask you, hey, I need to make a nursery, could you please help me? The information I want to give you today, it might make the process a little easier. I'm going to tell you about how we created a baby's paradise for our child. First of all, we sit down and decided all the stuff that we needed. We looked at this empty room and we thought, okay, we've got our colors, what kind of theme would we like to put on the walls, what kind of curtains, what are we going to decorate the room with? So we decided we would go with a zoo animal theme. It's got all these little baby zoo animals. So we went ahead and got border for the room. We got sheets and padding and comforters, blankets, everything matched these zoo animals. Well, then we go to Babies R Us, and do you realize how many beds there are out there on the market? It was amazing. We shopped around, and it took several trips for us just to decide which bed we wanted, because there were transitional beds, there were beds that were only good for a child up to 2 or 3 years old. So we went with a transitional bed. It was a walnut brown colored bed, and this bed was from like infant all the way up until their teenage years. So we went with that bed, and we also needed a dresser to match the bed. So we found a really nice dresser. It was the same color. It had plenty of space, so we could put all of our baby girls' clothes in it. And we also needed a good, sturdy, durable changing table, because we knew we'd have to change the baby, and we found one to match the same color. We went ahead and got the matching pads that goes with it to keep the baby safe. And the funny thing was, while me and my wife were shopping, we always seen these rocking chairs that were sitting just about everywhere inside the store, and we would sit in them and rock while we were shopping. That's where we took our breaks and stuff. So we ended up picking out a rocker, for me and my wife, so that in the middle of the night, if the baby woke up, we could put her back to sleep by sitting up, rocking her in the chair. But I just think that's so funny, because a lot of times we sit around still today talking about sitting in those rocking chairs and all the fun that we had. I mean, just a lot of memories when you're putting together a baby's nursery. There are also other items that when we looked at this empty room, we thought, well, we need child-proofing. So we bought some locks, cabinet locks, and we bought the little plug-in protectors. anything that you could think of to keep the baby protected. We also got a diaper genie. Let me tell you, a diaper genie is the bomb. You take a dirty diaper, you stick it in like this trash can, and you twist it around. It don't smell. You don't smell nothing. That was the neatest thing. I had never seen one. I don't think my wife had ever seen one until then, and so we got one of those. And we also got like a baby monitor, because in the middle of the night, that baby is going to wake up screaming and crying at some point, needing to be changed, wanting to be fed, might be running a fever and not feel good. And these baby monitors are really nice because it'll wake you up in the middle of the night so you can go check on your baby. And what is a nursery without some type of light? So we picked out a night light, and it also had the little zoo animal cover on the night light, so that if we needed to get into the nursery at night, we could see how to get to the baby without tripping on the floor or tripping. Also, soothing music. It's very important that a baby listens to some soothing music, you know, while you're putting them to bed. May it be like a little mobile, like a carousel. We got the zoo animal carousel for the baby bed. It, you know, played music. And anyway, we chose to go with like ocean sound music and some classical, because we like classical music, and that worked very, very well. Just to recap what all I've said, it's very important to sit down and plan whenever you're doing a nursery. Go ahead and get ideas and put it all down, sit down and say what do we need or what we do not need. But we got our bed, we got our changing table, we got our dressers, we got all the sheets and everything for the bed. We also got our rocker, our diaper genie. All this stuff is very, very important when when you're making a nursery for a child. And we still sit around and just laugh about all the good times that we had while we were doing this, putting this room together, all of our shopping experiences. And it is a once in a lifetime event. If you've never got to experience designing a nursery, you might help your neighbor or something sometime. But if a baby's in your future or someone, my advice to you is have fun with it. Don't be stressed out about it. Just have fun with it and make it very exciting for you and your spouse or your whole family. Thank you. Have a great day.